Markets now see an 89.8% chance of a Fed rate cut to 3.75 to 4% at the October 29 meeting, which of course is going to be taking place next month. Another FOMC meeting, and a lot of people projecting another rate cut. Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP Army. Appreciate the love that you guys show on a regular day-to-day basis. Guys, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I make uploads. But looking across the board, I'm sure at this point you guys know, Friday was a great day. As we are going into Saturday morning, we are seeing, quite a bit of green across the crypto markets. So that is always nice to see. XRP's priced right now up about 1.3%. Obviously, we're in a weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual. As CME futures are closed, but so far so good. The price of XRP at $2.78, up 1% in Bitcoin, compared with the market cap at $166 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 6.2 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So a red week for US spot ETFs. Bitcoin saw 900 million outflows this week, while Ethereum saw almost 800 million. So, we're actually seeing a lot of outflows. Again, sums it up. If you've been paying attention to Bitcoin, this shouldn't really be a major surprise to any one of us. Moving forward, $260 billion wiped out from the total crypto market cap in just the past 1 week. Like I said, we're seeing market kind of going all over the place, based off of what Bitcoin is doing. Yeah, that's that. I'm sure not a lot of people want to see this happening, but it is the reality right now. Obviously, historically speaking, the month of September usually is not a bullish month. Right now, we are on track to close Bitcoin on a negative note as far as the monthly candle is concerned. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at Bitcoin's trajectory over the course of the last 12 months, it speaks for itself. But as far as the month of September is concerned, over the course of the last 1 week, we have seen quite a bit of uncertainty. But let's get a little bit more into detail. So the BIS posted about the DC Fintech Week. Look at the participants. To my knowledge, Ripple works with every single participant. A participant shown. Bitstamp, Robinhood, Ripple, and Citi, Chainlink, RLUSD, Ondo Finance, XRPL. Gibson Dunn, legal has followed Ripple's case from the beginning. So obviously some key players right now that will be, participating in the DC FinTech Week. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think is going to be discussed, and whether or not we're going to hear some big things coming out regarding that. But take a look at this. Another flurry of S-1 amendments filed today on spot Solana ETFs. Franklin, Fidelity, CoinShares, Bitwise, Grayscale, VanEck, and Canary include staking. Yes, bodes well for spot ETH ETF staking. Guessing these are approved within the next 2 weeks. So there's a lot of rumors flying around that we do see a Solana ETF going live in the next week or so, which again is crazy to think of. Is Solana really going to be the first ETF after Bitcoin and Ethereum? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I think we're going to see a huge flood of a lot of these ETFs being approved. And speaking about ETFs being approved, take a look at the deadline. So, upcoming XRP ETF decision dates: Grayscale, 21 share, Bitwise, Canary, Wisdom, Franklin. Pretty much all of them except Franklin Templeton are, decisions to be made just this upcoming month that we're approaching, which is in quarter 4. Let me know in the comments down below whether or not you think that, we will see XRP ETF going live, or do you think it will get delayed? But October is a big month for, a lot of these ETF conversations. But again, let me know whether or not you think XRP is going to get an ETF or Solana might go live beforehand. Let me know in the comments down below. But take a look at this institutional adoption tracker. And you can see Vanguard, long known for its anti-crypto stance and cautious approach, is now signaling that digital assets can no longer be ignored. Here we have it. This is not just Van Eck. I'm sure if you've been following the channel for quite some time, we know there's a lot of these big names that really, never spoke positive about crypto, and now they're going full force in, the digital asset space. They're actually creating, not self custody. They're creating their own trading platforms for their clientele to, gain access to crypto. And are making massive partnerships with companies like Ripple, or, if they need help with self custody. There's so much going on right now, but the key thing to take away from this is the fact that a lot of these financial institutions a few years back that used to be against crypto are really starting to understand the potential and are coming on board, which again is telling you how far the market has really come. But take a look at this. Cassie, managing director at Ripple, highlights Ripple's unique position with strong roots in the U.S. and major footprint in the U.K. Ripple is perfectly placed to power transatlantic innovation in digital assets. XRP equals the backbone of finance. And moving forward, shout out to Crypto Insight UK. You guys can see this for yourself. He's currently showing XRP Ethereum chart, and we can see that we are in this upwards trajectory, creating higher high, higher lows. We'll see what happens. XRP was literally sitting at about $3 almost just 3 to 4 days back. That itself should tell you that the momentum for XRP is bullish. Now, if you're looking at the dominance here, we're currently sitting at 58.57%. So of course, a sharp decline over the course of the last 24 hours. I'm sure no one's really complaining. Let's give Bitcoin a refresh live going into Saturday morning. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 109,300. Again, going back to what I've said in my other updates, Bitcoin is not out of the books. Out of the woods just yet. And we could still retest, believe it or not, the 23.6 key support line. And I'm going to continue to say that until, of course, we get back to our confirmation zone, which is at $115,000. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at what's happening with XRP right now. So XRP is priced at no, that's not XRP. I was like, what? XRP at 21 cents? That's crazy. But that is not XRP. There we have it. Wrong chart, guys. Let's pull out the proper chart. XRP. There we have it. So XRP is priced at $2.78 right now. Pretty much hovering as to where we were not too long ago. I like what I'm seeing here. Target remains to be the 23.6 fib zone. I would like to see the price, kind of reclaiming back to this level. You guys know the significance of that. We're only about 3% away for us to reclaim back into the 23.6. I want to see the price remaining in the 23.6. I don't care if it consolidates there for the next 2-3 weeks. But 23.6 is a very, very important level for XRP. But in the grand scheme of things, not looking bad at all. We're above the resistance at $2.73 right now, approaching the $2.80 resistance. If that is able to break out, I am expecting the 23.6 to be reclaimed. Let me know in the comments what your personal thoughts are. Thank you for the support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.